Hey there, good evening to all of you out there. I'm the Mystery Wheel Gunner. Welcome to Wednesday Night Wheelguns, where I talk about revolvers and anything related to revolvers. So, for tonight's first episode, I'm going to talk about the kind of a mini revival that revolvers have been going through. Now, it's a plastic gun world out there. Yeah, I know, I'm supposed to use the word polymer, but whatever. Plastic guns are everywhere. That's not going to change. That being said, if recent and fairly recent events are any indicator, wheel guns, revolvers, they're not going away anytime soon. So, what are these events? Well, Kimber, probably best known for producing 1911s. Some years ago, they unveiled their own revolver line, which continues to this day. Colt brought back their snake guns. Rossi brought back their .357 Magnum revolvers. And Henry, most famous for making their lever rifles, guess what? They introduced their own line of big boy revolvers. So yeah, revolvers are here to stay, in my opinion. And again, look at all these companies that are either introducing revolvers that they never made before, or are bringing back revolvers they made, dropped, and then are, like I said, bringing back. I'm being incredibly redundant here with my words. Sorry about that. Anyways, like a fat man at a buffet, despite all these goodies already here, I want more. So let's get into that. What more would a revolver fan want? You'd be surprised. Let's go. Let's start with Colt. They brought back the Cobra and also the King Cobra. I'd like to see the King Cobra line expand a bit more. So they recently brought out the King Cobra Target 22. The 4¼ inch barreled one is out. Supposedly the 6-inch barreled one is out. Not sure. I've never seen one myself. I've never even seen it in pictures. I've seen it listed from time to time sporadically on retailer websites and on Gunbroker, but oddly enough, even listings for the 6-inch barreled King Cobra Target 22 only show the 4¼ barrel King Cobra Target 22. Anyway, the point here is there is currently a King Cobra Target 357 available only in the 4¼ inch barrel. Hey, you know what? Why don't you give that a 6-inch barreled version? You're going to have the King Cobra Target 22 with a 6-inch barrel. It'd be nice to have a King Cobra Target 357 also in a 6-inch barrel. The classic King Cobra also had an 8-inch barreled version. It'd be nice if they'd bring that back as well. Speaking of 8-inch barreled guns, the old classic Python had an 8-inch barreled version as well. I'd love to see the return of the 8-inch barreled Python. They brought back the 8-inch Anaconda. I'd love to see the 8-inch Python. I'm tripping over my words here. So yes, 8-inch Anaconda, awesome. Oh, that would be great. What if they brought back the 8-inch Python and the 8-inch King Cobra to go along with the 8-inch Anaconda? For whatever reason, I really love the looks of the long-barreled revolvers. I just do. Yeah, I know, a 5-inch, even a 6-inch barreled revolver, in my opinion, is probably the best of both worlds. 5 to 6-inch barrel, you've got, long enough barrel for a nice sight radius, but still, kind of in that convenient package. So I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth. The 6-inch Conda, nice size for the Conda. The 5-inch Python, in my opinion, probably the most ergonomic size for a 357 Magnum revolver. Not trying to diss Colt for their decisions, but man, I'd really love a return of the 8-inch barreled snake guns. All right, let's move on to Smith & Wesson, and continuing the trend of my love for the long-barreled revolvers. Smith, I think you need to bring back the 8 3/8 inch barrel revolvers. Yes, I know. You've got the 44 Magnum Hunter in your Performance Center line, and if you include the muzzle brake, I think that has like a 9.5 inch barrel. And I know you've got those monster X-frame guns, with the 10.5 inch barrel. Love those guns, by the way. I've got the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum with the 10.5 inch barrel, the Performance Center. But so those are nice long-barreled revolvers. But I'd love to see what would be a real dream: the return of the 629 Classic DX 8 3/8 inch barrel. For those of you who don't know, the Classic DX was kind of like the Performance Center gun before there was an actual Performance Center. The Classic DXs were known for their accuracy and precision above and beyond the already good accuracy out of the regular Classic 629 and 29 Classic line. So I'd love to see the return of the Classic DX. Maybe bring it back through the Performance Center. That way it would differentiate, the new generation Classic DX from the old generation Classic DX. And while we're at it, when you bring it back, get rid of that key lock. It doesn't really bother me that it's on there, but that being said, it would just be a really nice thing to just get that key lock out of there. I'd also love to see the return of the long-barreled 686. A friend of mine has the 8 3/8 inch barreled 686. It's a beautiful gun, absolutely beautiful. I think he has a 686-1 with the 8 3/8 inch barrel. Beautiful gun. And yes, I know there's a 7-inch barreled one, part of the Talo exclusive 357 series. Real nice guns, don't get me wrong, but come on. Give us the 8 3/8 inch barreled 686 and make it a 686 plus as well. I think that'd be great. Let's see, what else would I want to see? Dan Wesson, makers of the 15-2 and also the 715. These guns, I think, are pretty important because they show what thinking outside the box can do for revolvers. These guns use a sleeve and shroud barrel system with a front lock nut, and these barrels and shrouds are user interchangeable. So yeah, if you own one of these guns, if you got the little barrel wrench that comes with it, you can buy barrels and barrel shrouds and rebarrel your gun at home without any kind of advanced gunsmithing tools. These revolvers were made to have their barrels swapped in and out. I think that's awesome. And to all of you that think that sleeve and shroud degrades the excuse me, can't talk right now. Hold on, let me get a sip of tea here. Sorry about that. Had a case of dry mouth. So for those of you who think that sleeve and shroud degrades the revolver, cheapens it, nah, you're thinking wrong. Now, admittedly, when Dan Wesson started to have financial difficulties, yes, their quality did dip. But it's not because of the design of the sleeve and shroud. Okay? When Dan Wesson was in their good years and they had money coming in, their sleeve and shroud system worked, and it worked well. It's engineered well, and in times when they were, when they were profitable, it was manufactured the way it was supposed to be. Those guns are well known for their durability and accuracy. So sleeve and shroud, when done well, works, and it works incredibly well. Dan Wesson brought back the 715 quite a number of years ago. Probably over a decade ago, they brought it back, somewhere around there. About a decade ago, brought it back, and then it went away, and then came back again in very limited numbers, and then went away again. I'd love to see Dan Wesson bring out the 715 once again. Sell the regular versions where it's just one barrel with the gun, and then sell that famed pistol pack where you get the one gun. I think it has the 6-inch barrel installed on it, and then it comes with a 4-inch and an 8-inch barrel, pack. That way you can change the size of the barrel yourself at home. I think it's just a really cool design. All right, what else? This is a kind of on a petty note, but I think the Ruger Super Red Hawk is a fine firearm. It really is. It's got to be, because it's one of the ugliest revolvers out there, and it sells. It is a successful revolver. So people aren't buying it for its looks. That being said, come on, Ruger, can you do like an Operation Pretty Gun? Can you find a way to pretty up that gun? The original Red Hawk is a real looker. That is a genuinely pretty revolver. Or I don't know, maybe handsome might be a better word, because it does look kind of manly, Anyway, but the Super Red Hawk, I think, has the better internals. I'm not saying that the original Red Hawk is terrible, but if you shoot them side by side, most people will agree the Super Red Hawk has the better internals. But the Red Hawk is it's the hot sister, All right, so the Red Hawk's the looker. The Super Red Hawk, it's like internally it's the better gun, but ooh. And yes, I know the Super Red Hawk Alaskan. Now that's a good looking gun right there. The snub nose Super Red Hawk. But come on, Ruger. I think you can pretty up the Super Red Hawk, or find a way to stuff the Super Red Hawk's internals into the regular Red Hawk. Well, maybe that's not possible, but I've seen some custom guns where they made the Super look more like the original Red Hawk, and yeah, those are some pretty good results. Anywho, alright, that's about it for tonight's episode of Wednesday Night Wheelguns. Thanks for listening. Hey, give me a like, give me a subscribe. You guys take care out there. Catch you next Wednesday.